Okay, Hi everyone, this is Aditya. We are live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Please let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. If you can see me absolutely fine, that would be great. In the meantime, I will also check it on my end to see if I am absolutely live on LinkedIn and YouTube. So I'm checking it on my end, but if you can also let me know, that would be super helpful. Okay, so I'm checking it on LinkedIn first. Okay. See if I am absolutely perfect. So we are live on LinkedIn, and let's double check to see if we are live on YouTube or not. So I'm just checking it, and guys, again, let me know in the chat box if you can absolutely see me. You can hear me loud and clear. The connection is fine. Okay, we are live on LinkedIn as well. Absolutely see me. You can hear. And actually, there is no lag on on YouTube, but there is a lot of lag on YouTube. So I would highly recommend you to join me on our YouTube channel rather than LinkedIn. Okay. I'm waiting for someone to just confirm whether you can see me and hear me loud and clear, if the connection is all perfect, and then we will get started shortly. Okay. And also, guys, let me know where are you dialing in from. I am currently located in San Francisco Bay Area. And we'll keep the session short. We'll try to cover one concept really, really well, right? And if you have any questions related to that concept or anything else, you can always let me know. Okay, what else? So, guys, I'm live on, I'm dialing in from San Francisco Bay Area. Let me know where are you located. Let me put in my location in the chat box first, and then you guys can join in. So I'm dialing in from San Francisco Bay Area. Okay, let me put it on YouTube as well. Perfect. And guys, we started this series just a few weeks ago, right? So my objective is that we cover all the basic fundamentals related to AI agents, and a lot of people get into this difficulty. Okay, how to uh, actually get started? So I decided that I'll cover one topic every single day on YouTube channel, one small topic related to AI, building AI agents, so that even if you have zero background in AI agent, you can get started with me. You can learn from those small fundamentals. And again, we have recording of all these live sessions on our YouTube channel. So those who are currently on my LinkedIn, let me share the link of my YouTube channel. Make sure to join it and join me on my YouTube channel, because that's where we have almost zero lag. There is a lot of lag on LinkedIn, so I would not recommend using LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm putting link in the chat box of LinkedIn for everyone, and you can just join me on our YouTube channel. And here I've added the link. Join on my YouTube channel. Cool. So, guys, join me on the YouTube channel and let's get started. So, thanks everyone for joining today again for this session. Our objective with this session is to help you understand what is the role of two very important thing in an AI agent. One is user prompt, another one is system prompt. Okay, so we'll cover user prompt and system prompt in detail. I'll show you from different examples that how you define user prompt and system prompt and what role they play in an AI agent. Okay, so I'll share my screen to get started. Okay, cool. So, guys, this is one of so if you are again new to AI agents, we are using this platform called n8n.io. This is the platform that you can use to create AI agents with zero technical background, with zero programming knowledge. You can simply create your account. When you'll create your account, you'll land on a page that looks something like this. And to create your very first AI agent, you'll need to click on this button called Create Workflow. When you'll click on this button, you'll land on this blank canvas. Now on this blank canvas you need to add different nodes, right? So what are different nodes? A node can be an AI agent node. You simply search, you click on it, and that node will be added on the screen. Okay, similarly you can search other nodes like Gmail, Telegram, OpenAI chat model, right, and anything else of related to whatever you want to create. So this is just a quick overview if you are new to building AI agents and then you have no idea about like okay how to get started. But today we are going to learn about two very important configurations in AI agent. Okay, the first configuration is okay, what are the two important configuration in AI agent? So when you double click on AI agent, you will always see this first option called user message or source for prompt. We call it user prompt. And the second important parameter is when you click on add option, you click on system message. So you also get system prompt, okay, or system message. In almost every single AI agent that you will create, you will have to configure user prompt as well as system prompt properly, right? And if you make mistake in these two, I mean, that will change the results of your AI agent. Okay. And most of the time, when you'll create an AI agent, if it is created properly, but you're not getting the desired output, you will not need to go to your AI agent and you'll need to check whether you have written the system prompt and user prompt properly. Okay. So let's understand each and every, like both user prompt and system prompt properly one by one. Okay, so what is the user prompt? So user prompt is the prompt that you give to your AI agent that user is giving in real time, right? So for example, when you go to chat gpt and you ask chat gpt that hey, can you tell me five top news from today, that is the message you are giving to chat gpt. That means that is a user prompt or a user message. Okay, so it is exactly same over here. When an AI agent is triggered through either a scheduler or a user message, that first come to user prompt. Okay, so this is the message given by a user to trigger the AI agent or for AI agent to work, or the main guidelines that a user give that okay, do this task for me, right? Or if you have set a scheduler over here, instead of a message you have set a scheduler that this AI agent should run once every week or once every month. So every time that scheduler triggers, that also works as a user prompt. Okay, that you set over here. Cool. You can change the user prompt by simply click on this plus on the sorry, you can change this user prompt by simply clicking on this icon. This will open this chat box and you can update the user prompt over here. Okay. Now there are different types of user prompt. Okay, that I'll explain you. Now let me show you different type of examples. So in this example you will see user prompt is given as json.chat input. Now what does it mean? What is json.chat input? So I'll click on back to canvas. So I have a trigger attached over here which is nothing but a chat message that every time I send a chat message, say hi, every time I send a chat message, this this will be triggered and it will send that message to the AI agent. Okay. Now we are sending a message to the AI agent. That means this is a user prompt or the user message. And as you can see, now it is coming up in the green color. That means this particular field or the user prompt received a correct value. And when you hover over it, you will be able to see hi message that I sent it out to as a user prompt or a user message. Okay. So this is again a very good learning point, that every time you set your user prompt or user message correctly, if that is coded correctly or that is set correct properly, this will appear green. Suppose if I click on this and I suppose delete one of those parts. Okay. So for example, I'll simply go to editor, click on this. So by default, it is taking json.chat input. But suppose if I select the second option called define below, now I can define anything, right? If you select the first option, connected chat trigger node. So by default, you get this option that whatever the chat trigger is connected, it will take that value. But suppose you are like, no, I don't want to define this automatically, but I want to define it something else. You can always select the second option. Okay. Now let me show you if the chat, if this field is set up incorrectly, what would happen. Okay, so if I go to define below and I'll simply enter json.chat input, I'm simply saying that whatever the chat message comes, you take that as a user input. But if I just remove the last two part, okay, input I misspelled is inp, I've removed ut, you can see it has already turned red. That means it is not going to take the user input, right? So let me show you. Now I'll say hello, I send it. This is triggered, but now you can see a red sign over here. That means I'll double click and open this particular node. And here you can see now my user message is not green, it is red. That means the result is coming as undefined. That means I have not configured this particular node properly. So I'll click on this small icon. I'll simply go over here and I'll correct it. Whenever this is correct, it will turn green. Whenever it is incorrect, it will turn red. Okay. That's very, very basic thing, but very, very important thing. Okay. When you will create very complex AI agents, right? And you'll see, oh, this particular node is not working. You should double click on it and see which field is coming as green and which field is coming as red. Okay. So this is one example of user message, that when you have a chat trigger connected, this is how it appears, and you don't have to define it, but by default you can select the first option, which is connected chat trigger node, and you will get this option. All good? Cool. Now let me show you another example of user prompt or user message. Okay, because there are, when you create AI agents in n8n or using any platform, your user message can vary according to your AI agent that you're creating. Okay, so let's go to the second kind of scenario. So this is one of my AI agent that basically takes care of my entire email. It takes care of all the like all the different components related to my Gmail, whether it's about sending an email, replying to an email, getting an email, creating draft, or anything else, right? So for this AI agent, let's see how a user prompt looks like. So here my user prompt is not json.chat input, but this is json.query. What is query? Query is anything that my AI agent is getting from this previous node. Okay. So this previous node, again, you don't have, if you don't understand, okay, what this particular node is, right? And if you're new to AI agent, don't worry about it. This particular node is used when you are triggering your AI agent through some other AI agent. Okay, then we utilize this particular node. So from this node is sending a parameter called query. So we are writing our user message or user prompt as json.query. Okay, again, if you come from a non-technical, non-coding background, you don't have to worry that, oh, I'll need to write this JSON code. You don't have to write this JSON code. You always do drag and drop. Okay, I explained that in the previous sessions, but I'll explain it again. Okay, let me show you in the real world scenario how it looks. So I'll simply go to executions over here. When I go to execution, I'll show you one of the previous successful execution. You can always see previous successful executions. And as you can see, this trig node has a green sign, that means this was executed properly. And even our AI agent was executed properly with a green sign, and it triggered one of the tool which is about getting an email. Okay, so I'll double click on it, and you can see here user prompt is json.query, which is nothing but the query sent from the previous node. And here the query was, what is the last email in my inbox? So this was the message that was sent, and it was coming under this parameter called query. So that's why we set it as json.query. Okay, so it is different from json.chat input, where we were using chat input to directly enter a message. Here, this agent is getting user message from some other node. Okay, so it is sending as query. So we have set it as json.query. Okay, let me show you another example on how a user prompt can be set up. Okay, so recently I created an AI agent. Let me show that to you. So I created an AI agent which is a Jarvis. If you have seen an Iron Man movie, so in Iron Man movie, Iron Man has an assistant called Jarvis, which takes all of his commands and helps him. So here I've created a Jarvis AI agent, and this Jarvis AI agent takes voice command. So that's why for input we are using a webhook. A webhook is nothing but a node that takes input from either your website, or it takes input from 11 Labs or any other third party. Okay. So now here, let's see what the user input or the user prompt looks like. So when I go to Jarvis, I'll see this is my user input. It looks like a very, very long JSON code, but again, you don't have to worry. It is just the query that we are receiving from a webhook node. Now, that query parameter is itself this long. So when you drag and drop, it appears this long. Okay. Now, let me show you. I'll go to executions, and let me show you through one of the previous execution how this particular user prompt looks like. So as you can see, we received something from a webhook. That means using 11 Labs or using any website, we sent some audio message or a text message, right, to this Jarvis and this AI agent. Here the user prompt is appearing as green. That means this was set up properly. And it was again nothing. As you can see, the result is, what is the last email in my inbox? That's the message that was sent to Jarvis through either 11 Labs or through any website. Now let's see, where is this message coming from? So when I see under webhook node, we have a parameter called query, which is sending this message. So basically, when I was creating this particular user prompt or configuring this user prompt, I did nothing, but I simply dragged and dropped this user query over here, and this was the entire code. Okay, so here we are taking from a third party our user input. Okay, I hope this has given you some idea. Now, until now, we have learned that your user prompt can be a chat input, it can be a query coming from another AI agent, or it can be coming from 11 Labs or from your website, okay, through a webhook. Let me show you another example where we are not using any of the parameter and directly giving the instruction. So recently I created an AI agent that generate viral shorts for me for my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok channels. Now, to create viral shorts, I want this AI agent to come up with an idea as well every single day. Okay. So I added this particular AI agent over here, and this AI agent has a user message or a user prompt over here. Now, in this particular AI agent, my requirement was that this AI agent come up with an idea every day automatically. So instead of giving it a particular field like query, chat input, or anything coming from a webhook, I simply gave a prompt, right? It doesn't have any variable value, but I'm simply saying that create an ultra detailed viral short video idea showing how humans survived thousands of years ago by fighting a crocodile near a muddy river bank with a wooden spear. So I just give a user prompt that always create a video, some different kind of video around it. Okay. And I connected a chat, not a chat trigger, but a scheduler that, and in this scheduler, I'm saying that every 5 minutes trigger this. So every 5 minutes, this scheduler triggers this agent and this agent execute this particular user prompt, and it come up with an idea. Okay, and it generates an output for me. So here, as you can see, we have not given any of the JSON field parameter, rather than we have provided a fixed user prompt. So what I'm trying to tell you, that a user prompt can be a JSON data field, can be an input coming from a webhook, or it can be a static message, depending upon what type of AI agent you're creating. And you will become more and more pro with user prompt or user message. More AI agents you'll create, more comfortable will be you will be on how to set the user message. Okay. So here are these are the four examples. And if I show you, if I go to executions, no, I don't have any successful execution to show over here. Similarly, let me give you one more example. So I created a super assistant in which my AI agent is taking care of my Gmail, calendar, everything through voice and through text input via my Telegram. Now, if I go to my AI agent, look here, I've configured my user prompt differently. Here I'm saying that my user prompt, I'm also giving today's date, because when we create an AI agent related to Gmail and calendar, we usually talk like, tell me what are the meetings scheduled tomorrow. So uh, it needs to have some reference that, okay, what is today's date? So here I've added today's date. And so every time I send a message, it will take today's date. When I click on it, you'll be able to see it is taking today's date, like when it was executed, basically, right? And also, I'm adding a user input. That user input will be the message that I'll be sending, but because my message is related to some time reference, I'm also giving a date over here. Okay. And if I can show you, I'll go to executions, and I just executed, as you can see, December 20th. And over here, you can see I sent a message. Okay. And maybe it did not trigger this part properly. So you can see this part did not trigger very well, but it took the date part properly. Okay. So this is how, look, you need to configure user message differently for your different use cases, for your different business case. Okay. During this course, when I'll teach you how to create a single agent system or a multi-agent system, and will create different kind of AI agents, or you can also go to my YouTube channel, right? As I showed you earlier, simply go to AI for Everyone Aditya. So on my YouTube channel, I've given a lot of scenarios. As you can see under long form videos, we have created a lot of long form AI agents as well. You will get to understand on how to configure user prompt as well as system prompt. Okay, but start small and you will get comfortable over a period of time. So user prompt is one topic related to this AI agent node, one very, very important topic related to AI agent node. Now, what is the second important topic? Now, the second important topic related to an AI agent is system message. You get system message by simply clicking on this add option button over here. Click on add option. The first option that you get is system message. Now, what is the difference between user message and system message? System message is a set of defined instructions that we are giving to this AI agent related to a particular task. Okay. And the system message doesn't change with user message, right? So user message can change every single time. For example, if I say, check my calendar and tell me what are the last 5 emails, that will be one user prompt. If I say, check my calendar and tell me what meeting is scheduled at tomorrow 2 p.m., that will be my user prompt. But system prompt remains same every single time. A system prompt can be something like, every time my user gives a command, make sure you're checking my email uh, inbox only. Make sure you're pulling up information from people who work at this organization. Make sure you're not checking the spam folder or promotions folder. Make sure every time you pull out the information, you create a brief summary of the information and do not give all the information, but just the most important information in 200 characters. So basically, we define all the important instructions related to a particular agent's high level role in system message, and it does not change with your instruction every single time. Now let me show you different examples on how system message look like. So first, in this AI agent where this agent is managing my entire Gmail account, I double click on it, and here you can see this is my system message. To see the entire system message, simply click on this small icon and you'll be able to see your entire system message over here. If I have to show you my system message, I have defined instructions on how to manage my Gmail every time my AI agent receives an instruction from the user as a user prompt. Okay. So I'm simply saying that you are an email management assistant. All emails must be formatted properly or professionally in HTML and signed off as Aditya. Email management tools, I'm simply telling that use send email tool to send emails, create draft tool to draft emails. Let me show it to you. So look, I've provided different tools over here. So under system message, I'm giving the guideline that, hey, use this tool for this purpose, this tool for this purpose, this tool for some other purpose, right? So that is my system message. So I click on it and you'll be able to see all my instructions related to all the tools that I've connected. And for some of the tools, I've given some additional guidelines. So for example, for email reply tool, I'm saying that you must use get email first so that you have the message ID of that email to reply to. Okay. So I'm giving all the guidelines. And finally, I'm saying here is the current date and time, because every time you work with your Gmail or calendar or email or calendar, you need to talk with a time reference. So I'm also giving that every time you receive a message, we are giving it a time also. Okay, so that you can take the time reference and execute accordingly. So this is my system message and it does not change with the user prompt. Let's take another example. So in my Jarvis agent, if I go to my AI agent over here, and if I go to my system message, I click on this icon, you'll be able to see my system message over here. So system message over here is that you are the ultimate personal assistant. Your job is to send the user's query to correct tool. You should never be writing emails or creating even summaries. You just need to call the correct tool. And these are the tools that are available, and these are some of the rules to use that tool. And I've also given a specific example, and I'm also giving a final reminder. Here's the current date and time. So again, these are some of the instructions that I have given for my Jarvis agent to work every single time it receives a message from my main user. Let's take another example. So in this video shorts generator AI agent, this particular AI agent that generates the video ideas, okay, I've given the system message. Let me show that system message to you. So I'll simply expand it. I can show it to you properly. So I've given a system message over here that you are an AI designed to generate unique video ideas every time by creating ultra realistic prehistoric survival scenes. And here are the rules that create only one idea, check the sheet and ensure that you're not repeating any idea. This is how you are going to create the YouTube video shorts, title, description, and tags. And you need to give the output in this particular format. So basically, I'm saying that every time you come up with an idea, these are the rules that you need to go by. So think it in a manner that system prompt is basically guidelines that you give to a new employee. For example, if you hire a marketing lead in your company, so in the very first day, you'll define all the rules that, hey, as a marketing lead, you need to manage all of your junior team members. As a marketing lead, you need to make sure that you submit the report on time, or you submit a report in this particular format. And that is, excuse me, and that is your system prompt or the system message. Excuse me. So I hope you have got a good idea on what is the difference between a user message or a user prompt or a system message and a system prompt. Again, you don't need to worry that, and you need to learn, okay, what are the different types of user prompt and system prompt right on the day one. Rather, when you'll start creating more and more AI agents, you'll start understanding the difference between the two. Another very important thing is that when you create an AI agent, when you'll run it, you'll see or you'll encounter bugs a lot of time. Your AI agent won't work as you expect it to work. And that's where you need to go to your AI agent, look at the system prompt as well as user prompt if they are set properly. Make changes over there, and you'll see most of the time your AI agent will start working properly. Okay. Let me know again, guys, in the comments if you have any questions related to this AI agent, user prompt, and system prompt. Let me know in comments and I'll answer your questions right away. Okay. So, guys, I hope you have got a very, very good idea on the difference between user prompt and system prompt. And I'll take questions now. Put your questions in the chat box and we'll take it from there. Okay. Let's see what are the questions. And if there are no questions, we'll wrap up. And I want you to try this entire thing by yourself today and let me know your questions in the next session. Any question, guys, that I can answer for you? Okay. Okay, guys. So I hope this was super helpful for you to understand the AI agent node. It's a very, very important node. Again, if you have any questions, put that in the comments folder. And if you have not joined our school community, make sure to join the school community. The link is given in the description of this particular video. So go to the school community, join there. We add a lot of helpful resources in our school community, as well as we talk about different AI business ideas, as well as new AI tools and AI news that come up every single week. Okay. Okay. So we have one comment. Hey, Aditya, great session. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. No problem. And again, guys, make sure to join. Every day we'll go live at 6 p.m. PST. Just Monday and Friday we won't go live, but every other day, including Saturday and Sunday, we'll go live on one topic related to AI agent. I want you to come. Also, bring in your friends to this session. Even if you're a beginner, don't worry about it. Okay, and we will cover all the minor topics. And if you have not joined our YouTube channel yet, guys, make sure to join our YouTube channel because that is where we are counting our current learners count. Okay. So 6 p.m. On our YouTube channel every single day, just come except Monday and Friday. Can you show us how MCP is integrated with n8n to fix our workflow? Yes, I'll definitely take a session on that, and I'll also create a specific video on MCP. Okay. Let's see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST to cover the next important concept in building AI agents. Okay, see you tomorrow, and make sure to bring one friend tomorrow. Rajesh and Sudha and the third person who also commented. I want you to bring in one friend tomorrow to this live AI training session. Okay, see you tomorrow. Have a good weekend. Bye.